Hey there, I'm Teacher Prix, and I want to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Surprise! It's been a while since the last time I made a live video. I'm having some routine issues, and last week I got a little bit sick, and I couldn't record new videos, and I really didn't want not to post anything for you guys this week. So I was checking your comments, reading emails you guys send me, so I decided to make a live video to answer a common question. I got a lot this week, actually. I think three people sent me emails and asked me this question: Teacher Pricks, do I need to learn grammar? Were some people asking for advice and recommendation on what to do? So they were all asking me if they needed grammar. So I just thought, well, I couldn't make a video last week because I was a little bit sick. So I think I'm gonna make a live video and really talk to you guys about grammar and if you really need it or if you don't need it. Okay, I see some people were joining. I will be answering some of your comments and reading the comments a little bit later. I will jump to the I will jump to the content of the video, and after that, I will be reading some comments. I love hanging out with you guys and interacting. But other than that, let's get started. Why did I decide to make this quick live video about grammar? I think many people ask me this question because they misunderstand the importance of grammar, and they also have this belief that grammar is not going to help them. So we have two problems here. Okay, now where does this belief come from? You know, the belief that learning grammar will slow you down. Probably, guys, from English schools. Okay, many English learners go to English schools in their cities, in their countries, and there, because there is excessive use of grammar, students get traumatized, and consequently, when they quit the course and try to find another way to learn English, they are worried. They get very worried about grammar and the excessive use of grammar, and they decide to abandon grammar completely. Another thing that may also influence them into just making this decision is the number of English teachers that you can find online, especially now on YouTube. And guys, many people will disagree with me. Okay, there are many amazing teachers. Some teachers believe you don't need grammar at all. Some teachers like me believe you need grammar. Some teachers are more extremist, they just teach grammar. So I understand it may be hard for you as an English learner, especially if you study alone, to understand whether you need it or you don't. Okay? Now, to answer the question before I start explaining why, yes, you need grammar to learn English, but that's not the key. Okay? As you know me, if you follow my videos here on YouTube, if you follow my channel, if you follow my posts on other social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I am all about balance. If you have a balanced study routine, this will require a little bit of grammar. It's a consequence. If you're a balanced student, you are going to use grammar. But strategically, grammar is not the answer to all your problems. Okay, I love studying grammar. Personally, Priscilla, I personally like to study grammar. It really works well for me. But as I told you, I balance this study and I mix. Okay, I bring other things to my study routine because I know, I understand it's not enough. Okay. Now, as I was saying, many English learners have this concept from schools because English schools have a tendency to bring way too much grammar to students. And that's why it doesn't work. Then the students get traumatized and they go back home and they don't want to see grammar anymore. But we also have the other scenario, which is the student that overuses grammar. I don't know if you know those books that are, I love this book, by the way. I have nothing against the book. The problem is the use of the book. Okay. Do you know Grammar in Use? I'm going to type here just so you. grammar in use. They have elementary grammar in use, basic grammar in use, intermediate grammar in use, advanced grammar in use. It's a grammar series, okay, that many people use. I use it sometimes, I use it with my students. And many English learners who study alone like to use grammar in use. Is it good? Yes and no. If you are studying alone, you have to be very careful with the amount of grammar you are studying. Because what are you going to do? You will probably starting lesson one. Okay, lesson one, nouns, verbs, adjectives. Then lesson two, pronouns, possessive pronouns. Lesson three, adverbs, W8 questions. Lesson four. And you will keep going studying this way. And then I will ask you, okay, how do you use this in spoken language? Because in the book, you're just learning structure. Now, when I show this exercise to my students, when I share a lesson from grammar books with my students, as soon as I give the exercise, I give them a context, a conversation where they can use this grammar point. Because if you just go lesson after lesson and you just do the grammar exercises, you are not going to use it. And that's why many students get stuck, because they just do the exercises, they get the correct answers, good job, but then they get frustrated because they can't really use it. So that's why I am against the use of excessive grammar, especially the grammar in use books, because if you don't know how to use it, you will be so sad, so disappointed when you don't get the results you were looking for. Okay, so this is a very serious issue. I don't know about you, but you could let me know here in the comments. And if you feel like this is happening to you, how do you use the books? Do you use grammar books? I would love to know. Okay, I think it's nice to share this experience, as some of you guys sent me this email talking about English grammar and if it's necessary or not, if you should study or not. I think this is a nice opportunity for you to share this with me. Okay. Now, another thing I want to share. I see more people are joining. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to share it with your friends. It'll be very good. I see some people are commenting on the way I speak. I'm speaking clearly. That's nice. That's always my goal. Okay. I always try to speak at a speed that will make you guys comfortable with. Unfortunately, for live videos, I don't have subtitles, but in the future, I intend to edit this video and add the subtitles. Okay. So if you're watching the replay, probably by tomorrow or Saturday, the subtitles will be here. All right. Now, as I was saying, let me tell you a little bit more of what I do about English grammar. Okay. So, for example, beginners, basic students who start with me, forgive me, basic students that start with me. Okay. How do I do that with you? For every grammar lesson I teach them how to use. How I give them phrases. I show them in what situations they are going to use that grammar point. Another thing that I use, that I do actually, I don't focus on the grammar names, okay? Possessive adjectives, superlative, comparative. No, I give the name, okay? I tell names, but I like to create connections, okay? I like to create stories that will help you understand the responsibility of each grammar point you're studying. Okay, I think there are different ways to stimulate your brain. I think it's nice to work with different strategies, and I think that if I just keep telling you difficult names about grammar points, it's not going to be very efficient. You need to learn how to use it. If you are going to be a teacher, then yes, it'll be nice for you to know names. Sorry about that. But if your intention is just to speak freely and confidently, you don't need to focus so much on terms and names and titles. You need to learn how to use it. Okay, so this is something that I do with my beginners. So I give them different names. I make some jokes about the grammar points that I'm teaching, because I want to make sure that they understand. Um, the concept of that lesson, and including these in short conversations is the best way to, in my opinion, is the best way to help a student learn a grammar point. Now, if I have a student who is a pre-intermediate or intermediate speaker, I don't like to give them too much grammar. I want to make them speak, because, to be very honest, guys, the basic lessons you learn, present, past, future, are the lessons you are going to need as a pre-intermediate and intermediate speaker. All right, so if you were not able to get that lesson very clearly, when you get to a pre-intermediate level, there's no reason why I should give you more difficult stuff if you can't really use the basic stuff. So with my clients, unless they ask me for grammar and exercises, I don't like to focus on that so much. And I also implement the same strategy. I focus on changing names, giving them some explanations, stories, rather than just focusing on terms and names and very specific rules, because I just want them to speak. Okay. Another problem that I just remember, I was thinking about it and now, yes, I got it, about the grammar books. Something that I also warn my students that is very dangerous when we are studying grammar books is to the exercise. Okay. When we are doing the exercise, because usually we have the grammar lesson, all the explanations and rules of what to do, how to use it, and then after that you have the exercises. And guys, the books are changing a lot, they are getting better, but they still have the same problem of books from 100 years ago. Okay, it becomes very automatic. After you answer the first question, you answer the second question, you answer the third question, it becomes very automatic to continue the exercise. And what happens in this moment is you're not thinking anymore. You're just following a pattern. You're just following the same answer you gave in the previous exercise, the same answer you gave in the previous exercise, and consequently, you're not really working on understanding the concept of that grammar point. That's why you have to be very careful with grammar books. They are good. I'm not against them. But think about it. When you sit down to do the grammar exercises, make sure that you don't go into automatic mode and just answer them one after the other. Read the phrases. Try to understand what the phrase is telling you. Try to understand what the exercise is telling you. Make sure after you finish the exercise, correct. Pay attention to the patterns, to the things you did incorrectly, and to the things you answered correctly. Another thing that I always recommend my students, create your own examples, okay? Because the book is giving you exercises to help you memorize. But how about creating phrases that are real for you, that make sense for you? This is another thing that I do with my students when they are learning verbs, when they are learning adverbs, adjectives. I give them these grammar exercises, I recommend some exercises, but I also ask them as a homework to bring me their examples. And it's okay, they will make mistakes, intermediate students as well, advanced students as well, just at a different difficulty level. But I also ask them to bring me their examples, because that's how you are putting the grammar in use. Okay, because if you just follow the book and you just answer the exercises, you it's very dangerous to for you to go into an automatic mode and just answer everything very quickly, correct, and not really connect with the concept of the explanation. Another thing that I recommend when you're studying grammar, you can, depending on the grammar point, let's say you are studying simple past. Okay, if you're studying simple past, I believe a good and productive way for you to practice simple past is by writing, if you don't have a person to talk to you. But if you're studying at home at that moment, you're just sitting down and reading the book, reading the grammar book and doing the exercises, why not take a moment to really create your stories in the past? And maybe you don't need to create a story. Maybe you just need to remember what you did in the morning. If it's morning for you, if it's afternoon for you, remember the morning or remember yesterday. And this will be a good opportunity for you to start learning and using simple past and all the lessons you studied at that moment before you started practicing. So think about what you ate in the morning. Think about the places you went in the morning. If you did you go out, or did you stay home? Did you watch TV? Did you watch the news? And all these things will help you, because you are going to be practicing simple past. You can do the exercise, it's okay. But as I said, focus. Be careful not to go into automatic mode, okay? Be very careful about that. And once you finish doing the exercises and correcting them, it's time for you to create your examples, to create your story, to talk about your life and use that grammar. This is also something that I do with my clients. It's very efficient, very effective. It happens so naturally they don't even realize. And it is something that I do by myself as well, at different levels, different exercises. When I am studying grammar, advanced grammar, as I said, I like to study, but I also like to put it into practice, into action. And the best way to do it is not by answering the exercises from the book, but by describing things that happen to you, describing your life, describing your preferences, describing your experiences, because that's when you are going to really use the grammar you are studying. Okay. Let's see. I see a lot of comments here. Uh, okay. Alex is saying, I think, in my opinion, the best speaking is the best way to learn. I agree with you to a certain extent, Alex. As I said, I am in favor of balance. So if you just try to speak, 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 but you don't prepare yourself for that, you don't have any writing exercise, you don't have any vocabulary exercise, how is it that you're going to speak? So that's why, in my opinion, I believe the balance is key. I believe the ultimate goal is to speak, but if you don't have any other exercises to support you to get there, it's going to be much harder. You're going to be many more mistakes than you would normally do, and because of that, I really believe that balance is a better answer to it. But I understand, that's why it's also something that I said at the beginning of the video. We have this concept that if we study grammar, we're not going to learn speaking. And that's not really the case. Because to be very honest, if I just study listening but I never speak, I'm not going to improve either. If I just watch movies but I never do more things about it, I'm never going to speak either. That's why I go back to the balance, because at the end of the day, if you just focus on one exercise and ignore the others, you're not going to speak either. But I understand what you're saying, and it makes a little bit of sense. Just think about that, about the balance, because that way you are going to be improving much faster. And there is also the kind of intelligence that you have. Some people, they feel, for some people it's easier to learn when they read and write. For some people it's easier to learn when they listen. If you are an auditory learner, if you listen things and you learn them more easily, you can watch videos on YouTube teaching grammar. You know, for example, I like to identify the kinds of intelligence of my clients. Some clients, they learn better if they do things, if they write things. So in this case, I give them grammar homework. I ask them to write things and send to me. For the auditory learners, I present some videos on YouTube and I ask them to watch, and that's it. For visual learners, I share images. I also share videos, but I also ask them to send me some kind of exercise. So you also need to identify what kind of learner you are, and which one works better for you. But here, my goal is to show you that grammar can be an excellent tool, an excellent way to help you become a better speaker. It's not the key, but it's not the monster either. It's not the devil. So that's what I am trying to show with this video. Let's see what else. Wow, guys, thank you so much for all for joining. I see many people joined. Some people had to go. So goodbye. Thank you so much. If you are watching the video until now, I see many people from different countries: Nigeria, Spain, Barcelona, yeah, Spain, the United States, Brazil, of course, Algeria. Wow. Okay. This is incredible. I see another teacher has joined. Oh, thank you so much, Teacher Holly. Um, very well. Writing communication, I agree with you, is important. Not everybody likes to write, but it's something we need to do at some point. Let's see what else. Sure, not a problem. You can participate. Let's see. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. JCR, you're saying that it's necessary to use grammar books. Awesome, because learners can make basic mistakes for years if they are not corrected. I agree and disagree at the same time. Grammar books are important to help you correct these mistakes, but they don't mean you will correct those mistakes. Then we have another strategy that is important to correct persistent mistakes. I think that when you're making a persistent mistake, it's important to focus on conversations and different kinds of exercises, listening, writing, reading, that will help you correct persistent mistakes. But I agree with you, doing grammar exercises help us correct mistakes, but persistent mistakes will require different strategies. For example, many students, many clients come to me and they tell me, or people who follow me on social media, I consider everybody my student, okay? And they say, teacher, I never remember simple past. Oh my God, what do I do? In this case, many students probably know the rules, like did, affirmative, negative, but maybe they are not putting into practice. They are not looking for different ways to use that grammar point. So, as much as I agree with you that grammar books will help them correct, I think that we need to analyze each case individually, because at some point you will need to combine different strategies to help fix some persistent mistakes. Okay. Oh, we have people from Philippines as well. So cool. Oh, we have Batman. Thanks for joining. Uh, oh, people from India. Thank you very much. Let's see who else. Now, someone, Nur Umar, asked me, teacher, teach us how to. It's not learn, it's teach. I'm a teacher. You learn. I teach. You learn. I also learn because we always learn. But I can teach you how to use grammar. I have a video here on my channel, and after I finish the video, I will post the link. And in this video, basically, I tell you a step by step of how to study grammar. I think it's going to be a very efficient video to help you if you're looking for ways to study grammar. I go around the importance of having a subject. I'm always focused on, why am I going to learn this? What am I going to talk about that requires this grammar point? So in this video, I give a 6-step process to help you study grammar more efficiently. But in terms of grammar books, my main recommendation for you is be careful not to go into automatic mode. Okay, like just replying exercises, replying and replying. Read the exercises, understand what they are asking you to do. If there are words that you don't know, look up these words in the dictionary. And after you finish the exercise and correcting the exercise, create your examples. Think of what phrases you could say that will use that grammar point. Okay? Let me get some water. Let's see what else. Anyways, guys, this is the main point of this video. I'm so happy I got to be here with you. And I just wanted to share with you that I have a emails list. And what is this? Basically, I'm sending weekly emails to people who participate in my email list. It's free, okay? You don't pay for anything. And there I send some exclusive tips, and they are really exclusive. This week I sent a really nice email that many people replied. I was so happy, and it was very nice. And I am answering these emails, but I'm answering in a video format because many people shared very similar questions. And because I was reading so many emails and I realized, oh, I think these people all have the same questions. So maybe I should make a video for them. And I will be sending the video for them maybe tomorrow or on Saturday, because I edited the video, but the video failed, so I lost the file. Um, and it's a very nice place because it's really exclusive. This video that I'm talking about, for example, is a video that I'm only sharing with the people in my email list. So that's why I say it's exclusive. So I send some podcasts, videos, vocabulary lists. I also reply as many emails as possible because I'm getting more and more emails. So if you would like to be part of this email list, and on top of that, you will be getting a ebook that I wrote and I updated. So it's a pretty cool ebook. So all you gotta do, I'm gonna copy the link here and share with you guys. No, not going. Okay, let's see. Okay. And if you think this would be a good idea, make sure to apply. Be careful because after you inform your email, you have to go and confirm the email. So you will receive a confirmation email, and sometimes it goes to spam. Okay, unfortunately, some of my emails they go to spam. You have to go check your spam box or advertisement and promotions box, and make sure that you find this email and you confirm, because if you don't, you're not going to receive my weekly emails. So this is something that I'm doing with these people in this email list. And it's nice because I get to know more a little of you guys, because here on YouTube it's growing. I'm so happy. More than 40,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful and so happy that you're part of this. But at the same time, on the email list, I get to see some of your questions, some of your concerns, and this can even inspire me to bring videos here for YouTube. This video, for example, is a video that I got from people asking me in my emails. Priscilla, can you tell me what I should do to study grammar? What is your recommendation? So I think it would be nice if you want to participate. I would love it. I would be very happy to have you there. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to participate, to watch this video. Oh, people from Texas, awesome, Octavio. Thank you so much for joining. Other than that, have a wonderful week, and let me know any questions you may have. Send me emails, participate in my email list, because I'm always trying to help you as much as I can. Okay, so thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.